area of a rectangle and a square. So for the rectangle, we have this area here equals to length times width. If you remember in the previous section, we're working with the perimeter. So perimeter here is equal to L plus L plus W plus W. Or you can say this is 2L plus 2W. And we define what is a perimeter. So the perimeter is the measurement around. It's around the rectangle. And then for the area means the measurement inside the rectangle. So those are the two different terms. Again, area and perimeter. So here we're working with areas. So for the square, you have 4 equal sides. So we call that S. So that's S power of 2 or S times S. So that's the area of a square. So that's the inside. Okay, so let's have an example here. So you're given with this example and you're asked to find the area of the path. So you can actually divide the path here into two different rectangles. So you can have it like this. And that's one rectangle here. So I'll just put a line there. And you have a 13 by 3. So this one is 13 by 3. And the other one is looking at this measurement here that we cut. That's 3 feet. And 3 plus 6, that would be 9. So that side would be 9 feet here. So in that rectangle, that would be 9 by 3. So if you're going to be asked the area of the path, you just add the two areas of the rectangles. So let's start with the first area here, area 1. So area 1 would be length times width. That gives us 13 times 3. So area 1 is equal to, so that's the first area of the rectangle. So it gives us 39 square feet. Okay, so that's the unit because you're working with area. And then area 2, we're looking at area 2 here. Area 2 would be the same formula, length times width. You can represent multiplication in terms of x, or you can just put LW, so it's just the same. That's length times width also. So that would be 9 times 3. And that would be area 2 would be 27 square feet. Then the total area, and that would be our answer, is equal to area 1 plus area 2. So that would be 39 plus 27. And the answer is 66 square feet. And that would be our final answer. So that's the area of the path. Okay. Next, we're working with area of parallelogram. So we had this in the previous section. So if you're working with perimeter again, you just add all the sides. But right now we're working with the area. So the formula is area is equal to base times height. Okay, so just apply the formula and then calculate. So the same way as we did on the first example. So let's take the next example here. It says find the area of parallelogram. So area is equal to base times height. So your base here is equal to 8 centimeters and your height is equal to 4 centimeters. So let's just plug that in and then follow the formula and then you will get the area. The area is 32 square centimeters. Or you can symbol this out as cm power of 2. So it's just the same thing. So that would be our answer. 32 square centimeters for this problem. Next, we're working on area of a triangle. Same thing with the previous section. We're working with the perimeter there. So you just add the 3 sides to get the perimeter. Here we're working with area. So that's the inside of the triangle. So that's 1/2 base times height. Here's the example. Find the area of the given triangle. So you just label that. So we have height here equal to 10 meters. And then our base is equal to 16 meters. And then the formula is area equals 1/2 base times height. So our base is 16 times our height, which is 10. And then 16 times 10 is 160 divided by 2, that would be 80. 80 square meters. Okay, or you can symbolize it as m power of 2. So that would be our answer for this problem. Okay, why is it that's power of 2? Because the unit for the base is m, and m times your m, that should be power of 2. That's how we get this m power of 2. Or you can say square meters. So that would be the same thing. Okay, so next thing is the area of a trapezoid. So you have two bases here. So you have base 1 here, which is A, and base 2 would be B here. And you have the height. So the formula is similar to a triangle, but you have only 2 bases. So you can also say here 1/2 times your base times height. You can have base 1 plus base 2 times your height. So where your base 1 is your A and your base 2 is your B. So that's the same thing also. So let's look at the example here. Find the area of the trapezoid. So you're given with the dimension. So you have here your A and B. Those are the bases. So let's label that A here, and you have a B here, and you have your height, which is 13. And the formula is area is equal to 1/2, and then you can have the A plus B times your height. Okay, A can be written as base 1 and B can be written as base 2. A here would be 46 plus B, which is 32. Your height is 13. Okay, so multiplying that, so let's start with 46 plus 32. That's 78 times 13. It gives us 1014 divided by 2 gives us 507 feet squared, or you can say square feet. Okay, and that's the answer. So think about these examples is just using the formula. So memorize the formula so you can apply that and solve for the area of each of those figure. Next, we're going to circle. Remember our circle here, we have the definition and the radius that we need in a circle. It's from the center going to the arc of the circle is the radius. If you're going all the way, it's 2 times your r, it's the diameter. And that's symbolized as d here. And when you're talking about the formulas of a circle, if you're looking at circumference, circumference, it's the measurement around the circle. This is the same as the perimeter. It's 2 pi r, or you can say pi d. That's the diameter we're looking at. 2 times r, it's the d there. So they are just the same. When you're working with area of a circle, that should be pi r squared. That's the area of a circle. If you're asked what's inside. So the circumference is the measurement around the circle, and the area it's the inside. So this is the area here. So area and circumference, it's the measurement around the circle. Okay. And what do you mean by pi here? Pi is equivalent to 3.14. So you can actually press the pi symbol in your calculator and it's a never-ending number. So that is just the approximate value for pi. It's 3.14. Okay, so let's have an example. So here it says find the circumference of the circle with the diameter equals to 40 yards. So just apply the formula. The formula is pi d, where d is the diameter and pi is 3.14 as an approximate value. So we have 3.14 here times your d, This is our D here, which is 40 yards. And then we will multiply that 3.14 times our D, which is 40. It's about 125.6, or circumference is round to the nearest whole number would be 126, and the unit would be yards. When you say area, that should be square yards. Okay. If you want to be exact also, you can answer this as 40 pi. That's also acceptable. That's the diameter times your pi, 40 pi. And then you just write the unit, 40 pi yards. And that's exactly the same thing. But that's the exact answer.